Hi everyone, this is yours truly, none other than Lady Emmanuel. This series is going to be over writing and solving system of linear equations, and it's an overview for the week of November 30th, 2015. First, before we do that, let's look at the answers to solution. When you're doing systems of linear equations with two variables and you're solving, there are three possible solutions. Guys, you probably want to pause this so that you could copy it down. The solution to the system of linear equation is the point of intersection, meaning the x and the y. So it's three possible solutions. You can get exactly one solution, mean an ordered pair, point of intersection. You can get infinite many solution, mean all real numbers will satisfy both equation. Here you get no solution. I mean, it doesn't matter what you put, there'll be no solution. It's the empty set. Okay, not zero, that's the empty set. Mean nothing will work. It would not work because there's no point of intersection and parallel lines. If you graph the two equations and it's exactly one solution, you will get intersecting lines that look something similar to this. It can, long as they intersect, it'll be exactly one solution, okay, in one point. Okay, if it's infinite solution, then it'll be coincident line, coincident. I call it coinciding, but I put the adjective instead of coinciding. So we're just gonna just write it down. It means that it's the lines that overlap. It's the same line, okay, and it's infinite meaning solution. Infinite meaning solution. If they're parallel lines, the graph would look like this. It'll be similar. They would never intersect because they're parallel lines, meaning the solution is empty set. Okay? If you're solving it algebraically, meaning you're using substitution method or you're using substitution or elimination, you may get a variable equal statement, meaning x equals a number value and y equals a number value. The true statement means you can have x equals x, y equals y, or you can have 13 equals 13. Or negative 2 equals negative 2. That's a true statement. That means that it's infinite many solutions. Okay? Or you can get a false statement. You may get something like 0 equals 7. Or, you're going to have a false statement and it's going to be not variables. It will be most definitely number values, numerical values. Okay? So those are the possible solutions. So you must know this. You must know if it's infinite many, it could be real solution. It could be a real solution, real numbers. It may use this symbol for all real numbers, or it may just be the empty set, okay? So be familiar with this, memorize it, okay? So with that being said, we did start on this in class today, so I'm just gonna go through it. I'm not gonna ask a lot of questions, I'm just gonna actually just solve it, and I'm gonna say my thoughts. So make sure that you write this down, and make sure you understand it. If you have questions, come to tutoring. Remember, Tuesday and Thursday after school, unless indicated otherwise in class. So here we go, direction for the following situation. Choose and assign the variables, write the equation and solve. Okay, we're writing and solving. So here we go. And remember what we said about the solution is point of intersection. So here we go. Andy invited his friends and their parents to the main event for his birthday. Okay, this is short. Here's the main event. I'm scanning now. I'm thinking out loud my thought process. Here, I'm going to delete this because this is just telling me the setting. I don't need the setting because we're doing the math and it's just one event. It's not like it's two events, okay? So next, it says main event charges $5 for who? For each student and $10 for each adult. So it's $5 for each student. Can I color code it? You can if you want to, but I'm going to just go ahead and just mark it. And $10 for each adult. 5 for the students. Here, it says how many adults. Guess what that tells me? That tells me that is an unknown. I don't know it. Okay? So since I don't know it, I'm going to say let x equals, I'm defining my variable. I'm assigning it. Let y equals. Okay? So here, so I'm going to allow x to be, in this case, I'm going to use student, number of students, because it's not just a student. It's the number of students. And you probably say, how do you know it's the number of students? Because it said how many adults. Okay. Remember to use your English skill because this is English. And you probably know it's algebra, but when you're reading it's words, that means it's English. Okay. So number of adults would be for the y variable. So now I'm going to go back and read again. How many adults went if the total 15 people went? Oh, 15 people went. That's the total. Total 15 people. Who are the people they're referring to? The people are the students and the adults. So, okay, good. That means that's the equation. They're telling me it's 15 people in which they're referring to the students and adults. Do I know how many students are done? No, I don't. Those are my unknown. Therefore, I'm going to say X amount of student plus Y adults. X students, Y adults. And when I add it up, the total will be 15. Okay? So I had that one equation. So that's one equation. My second equation. Because remember, whenever you're doing systems, and we talked about that in class, when you're doing systems of linear equations with two variables, you're going to have two unknown, and you're going to have two equations. So that's where you're writing two. Okay? That's fine. So now, and it said, continue to read, and the charge came out to $110. The charge came out to $110 is total amount spent. Total spent. Total amount of money spent, okay? That they had to spend. So here in that total is $110. So notice here my total is 15 for people, not dollar amount. So I didn't use the $5 and $10 because this total referred to the number of people, whereas this total referred to the number of money, the amount of money. Okay, so since it refers to amount of money, I have to use the dollar amounts now. Okay, so I have to pay for each student, and for each student, which is X number amount, I'm gonna pay $5 per student. Plus, I have to pay $10 per adult. Okay, using the information in the text, just like I do for English. Okay, here my solution for this equation, I'm putting X equals and Y equals. Keep in mind, I have to go back and read the question to make sure that I answer what they ask. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and graph this. And guys, remember we were using the calculator to graph. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and graph it. And I'm going to do this probably, well, let me just go on and do it. We'll go to new document, my bad. Enter, add a graph. Remember, if it's in standard form, we do not necessarily have to solve for Y. In this case, we're just going to go ahead and substitute in these equations in for A, B, and C in standard form, meaning we're going to press menu, and we're going to go to graph, enter, edit, go to equation, because we enter in equation that are not in slope-intercept form. And when we do our equation, it's a line because we're doing linear function, and we're going to number 3, which is standard form. So we'll go to 3 standard form, and we put in the coefficients. Okay, here the coefficient for X is 1. The coefficient for Y is a positive 1. The C is 15. Then I'm going to press enter. Okay, then that showed up in blue. You'll be like, wow, that's over there. And it seems like I pressed something that I didn't mean to press. So I need to look at that. So let me go back to menu. 3, 2, 1, 3. And I'm going to go press the up key. Look, I knew something was wrong because I saw there like a negative. Like, what is that? So when you make a mistake, just delete it and then press enter. It's like, okay. So here the equation shows up. So you want to make sure that you look at that and make sure that it's correct. Okay? Because it only gives, the calculator gives you what you put in it. I know you say we can't see it right now. It's okay. Let's go ahead and change that so it can look like what's on our paper. So to change that, I'm going to press menu, and I'm going to go ahead and